Our guest for today used to be the head designer for a royal family in the United Arab Emirates and has won awards including Most Connected Designer at the Asia Fashion Week in Malaysia in 2014. And recently, he made headlines as the designer of the stunning royal blue gown worn by none other than Miss Universe Pia Wurtzbach when she was crowned in 2015. Albert Andrada joins us now in the studio to show us some of his elegantly embellished gowns. He will also tell us what fashion trends to expect this year. Welcome to Mornings at ANC.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are part of the victory. A beautiful blue gown. Let's talk about that. I mean, for me, I was really impressed with the gown. It was very simple in front, but when you take a look at the back, it was very, very gorgeous on Pia. What was your idea behind the whole thing?
Well, because I wanted to focus on Pia's beauty, her face, so I wanted a gown simple in front. So I don't like the dress is wearing Pia, is the other way around. It should be Pia wearing the dress.
Pia first and then the dress.
The dress, right.
That was actually a brilliant idea because I saw Miss Australia. She had a wonderful gown, but the thing is, I think it took quite some of the attention away from her face to the gown.
Right. That's what I'm trying to avoid because, you know, I wanted like Pia to walk down the stage, very simple, very elegant, very queenly. But when she turns her back, that's where the drama is.
Why blue?
Because for me, blue is royalty, and because I have a storyline when I made the national costume for her and the evening gown. So the blue represents the Philippine seas, and the beadwork at the back represents the rays of the sun.
Oh.
Yes. And if you see the drapings at the bottom of the hemline at the back, they represent the different beautiful fish in the Philippines.
Beautiful, beautiful idea. How about for the national costume? What was the idea behind that?
Well, the national costume, as I've said, it's about the Pearl of the Orient. So they're all about the riches of the Philippine Sea. And, you know, I use pearls, capichels, and with a touch of the Carnival Queen. So she has a crown.
So all about the geographic
Yes.
location of the Philippines
Yes.
and what characterizes us most distinctly from other countries.
Right.
Okay, so how did that process go? How were you picked as a designer of the Miss Universe gown?
Well, for the national costume, they asked designers, fashion designers, to submit their designs. And I'm so blessed they have picked my design. And for the evening gown, it was just like a surprise for me because they called me on December 9 and broke the news that I'm doing Pia's evening gown for the finals.
Wait, now it is, I'm asking about that because last year was very, very controversial. We got a gown for MJ Lastimosa from Colombia, from a Colombian designer. What is your opinion about that issue?
Well, for me, at this point, I would like to thank, of course, Madam Stella Marquez Araneta for allowing a Filipino designer like me to dress up a candidate from the Philippines. And, you know, it's a hard task, a difficult task, because everybody's eyes are focused on you. And like Pia, I was just so tense and excited.
You
for
were
the outcome.
also.
Oh yes,
during the
because
night.
I was there. I was watching her. It was live, you know. I can't express.
How did you feel when everything happened, when the commotion happened, when the mistake of Steve Harvey happened? What was going on through your mind, and what were you feeling at that time?
Well, what I was so excited about and what I was so happy about was the Filipinos, all the Filipinos in the U.S. were all united. You know, it's so nice to see Filipinos united in one place. And then everybody was like praying because we were confident that Pia will make it on the 15th. And then we were praying like she should make it on the 10th. Because I said that's the only time that they could see my gown. Otherwise, if she land only the 15th, they won't see my gown. So when she came out, when she was in the 10 and she came out in the evening gown, believe it or not, I was in tears.
Wow.
I was in tears when I saw Pia just walking down the stage, and all the Filipinos, most of them approached me and hugged me, and they were so thankful that I did the gown. Then, as I told everybody, like, you shouldn't thank me, we should thank ourselves because, you know, we are the ones who help. We are a team, you know, and, you know, during the commotion that when Steve Harvey said, like, Miss Colombia's Miss Universe, of course I got devastated. But I have to accept the fact she's first runner-up. We can't do anything. So I was on my way out already.
And then suddenly everything
Suddenly he said,
changed.
I apologize. When I heard the phrase, the saying that he apologized, I knew Pia
We
was
won.
Miss Universe. Yes.
And actually, I think you proved a very strong point this year. Just after 1 year, after all the issues with the gown of MJ Lastimosa, you proved a very strong point that we can indeed compete internationally when it comes to fashion design.
Oh, yes. That's,
And
yeah.
you've had a track record abroad. You were in Dubai for quite a long time,
Yes.
in UAE also,
Right.
dressing up the royal family.
Right.
Tell us about your inspirations and your training as a fashion designer.
Well, my inspiration actually, I always get my inspirations whenever I travel because I'm a travel person. I love traveling. And I always study the different cultures of different countries. And I always think of the Philippines. We have to be, whenever you're abroad, it has to be the mind like, I am a Filipino. I'll do my job best because I am proud to be from the Philippines.
Beautiful. I am a Filipino, but I also open my mind
Right.
to other cultures.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of which, I think you are one of the hottest fashion designers today.
Oh, thank
and
you.
it would be nice to know what you think would be the fashion trend for 2016. What was the fashion trend in 2015, and how is it going to be different this year?
Yeah, because actually the fashion trend last year was more of the 70s, going to the 90s. Then it doesn't differ so much this year because so it will be easier for us, like for the ones in fashion, just to match what they have last year to the new ones they have now. And the color of the year now is rose quartz and serenity.
Rose quartz and serenity. I believe we have some models in the
Yes,
studio now.
yes.
So maybe we can see them. For our first model, can you
Yeah.
describe?
This is a shift dress. It's a perforated neoprene shift dress, and it's accentuated with embellishments on the neckline and on the cuffs. Then underneath is just a pleated dress, a black pleated dress.
It's
Yes.
a little bit, it looks like a net.
Yes. And then, you could wear this without that overdress on top, and underneath it's just like a sleeveless black dress.
So something that is see-through on
Yes.
top and then a solid color
Yes, solid
underneath.
color, you're right.
For a second model,
Then this one, the bodice is of lace fabric and embellished with crystals because I'm always known with crystals. And then from the skirt, you could see like it's done with pleated rose quartz, satin, and black. And in the middle, you would see a mesh fabric also. So you would see like the legs. So it's
I
a
love
little bit
how
sexy.
it's able to fit into her body really
Oh, yes.
nicely.
Thank you so much.
How about in the
Oh
middle
yes,
part of
the middle
neck?
part is a mesh fabric also embellished with small crystals only.
So crystals, will they never go out of style?
They will never. For me, it will never.
You like black crystals or silver crystals?
It depends upon the dress. Yeah.
For the men,
For the men, we have a tux here in black, and underneath is an organza fabric shirt with a perforated neoprene collar and cuff. So it's rose quartz also.
and still very, very simple.
Yes. Yeah, simple. But it has an accent of the collar and the cuff.
That's quite unique actually for the men because it's usually just solid colors
Right, yes.
here or the tie.
That's why you don't have to use a bow tie for that.
What can people use if they go out to the malls to look for
Well,
new accents?
Oh, like for this one, you just need a square pocket for that, but you don't need a bow tie for that.
Okay, for our next model.
Yeah, this one's a ball gown, and the body's of French lace, embellished with crystals again, and the skirts are
Gorgeous.
all gade in black and rose quartz.
I love how you
Color.
were able to mix the black color and the rose quartz in
Right.
the bottom part of
Yes.
the dress. A little bit transparent here, see-through.
Yes,
Will that
actually,
be
yeah.
a trend also?
Oh yes, see-through will always be there.
Always be a trend.
Yeah, and also lace because this year it will be more of lingerie dressing.
Oh,
So it
okay.
will
What
be-
does that mean?
Lingerie dressing is like, a sleepwear, but you go out with it. So it's
Something that feels natural, looks
yes,
natural on the
soft,
body.
yes, And
but
like,
still very sexy,
yes.
very elegant.
Yeah, so mostly the fabrics are lace and silks.
So when you talk about lingerie, does it also mean something that is skin toned?
Not
Pastel?
really.
Not really.
Not really. Not
How
really.
about for the bright colors, like colors red, blue?
Oh, red.
Since blue is the color
Yeah.
of the year, will
Exactly.
that be a trend? What do you
Yes,
think?
I think so. Now it's trendy because like most of my clients, they're requesting blue collar gowns.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm trying to make a label out of that blue one, like it's Andrada blue.
What is Andrada blue? Is that a toned down kind of blue?
Yeah, actually Andrada blue are gowns of royal blue, of blue shades,
Uh-huh.
but fitted for beauty queens.
I think you also set the trend with Pia
Oh yes, yeah,
for the
I hope
next
so.
year.
Yes, I hope
What
so.
are your, what can you say would be your style as a designer? How
Well-
would you differentiate yourself from the others?
Well, because my style always are opulent. Like as you see, I always work with beadworks, crystals, and embellishments and embroideries. But my gowns are more of the classic, sometimes, most of the time. But then they're all accentuated only with crystals.
And I think that's how you make it really classy. I mean, stick to the classics and
Right.
add just little accents and
Yeah.
make it stand out.
It's safer.
It's safer and
Right.
easier to look at with the eyes.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
you've traveled around the world. You've dressed up Paris Hilton for
Oh yes,
one.
yes, yes.
You've gone to Dubai, UAE, Malaysia, different countries. What could be your most valuable learning from all these travels as a fashion designer?
Well, me being the royal designer of one of the ruling families in the UAE, because I was given the opportunity to travel around the world and given a chance also to purchase fabrics which cost $10,000 and above.
That expensive.
Yes, that expensive.
We don't have that here.
No, sorry.
So it's all
Yeah.
outsourced.
Yeah, they're all outsourced. So, and like, because since the Middle East, they're known for opulent dressing. So, believe it or not, our fabrics there range from $10,000 to $30,000.
All right, what's next for Albert Andrada? Are you going to be dressing up our next beauty queens, or are you planning to participate in some competition abroad? Anything like that?
Well, as of now, I have to focus here first in the Philippines because, I stayed away for more than like almost 20 years. And like what I've said, I'd like to share my wisdom, what I've learned abroad to the new generation of fashion designers because we have lots of very young artistic fashion designers now.
And you've shown that, definitely. If there's one advice that you can give to our young fashion designers, what would be it?
For me, you need to work so hard, and go for what you've dreamed of. And like, you don't have to stop. We're like doctors, we don't stop studying, we don't stop researching. We have to be very aware of what's going on around us, the atmosphere, so we could feel the needs of the people for when it comes to fashion.
Very hardworking, and I think all of your efforts have paid off.
Oh,
and
yes.
we're definitely looking forward to seeing more Andrada designs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
gracing our
very
show
much.
today.
Thank you for having me.